This is Zaya from CarNewba Detailing. I'm here with Clint today from Buff and Shine. We're going to talk a little bit about pads and a little bit of Buff and Shine as well. How you doing today, Clint?
Doing very good, sir.
Awesome. Day going well at SEMA?
It is. It's a great day. We've had a lot of traffic here today. You know, we're excited about that. Buff and Shine, you know, to tell you a little bit about Buff and Shine, actually the owner's back here. His name is Rich Umbro.
Yep.
He has been manufacturing Buff and pads in the United States, California, Compton, the good side of Compton, since 1985.
Yeah.
How he kind of got started in this is his father was a distributor of car wash tunnel chemicals, and a lot of his customers were saying, we need better quality pads.
Yeah.
We need better quality pads. So he actually built his own first machine and has been manufacturing ever since. So
awesome.
We're very proud to be have everything made right here in the United States.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, we see a lot on the market, some rip-off types of pads and things like that, which kind of sucks because you do want to kind of support the U.S. market and help your local businesses as well. So it's nice to know that Buff and Shine is here in the U.S. kicking ass like always.
Absolutely.
So awesome,
you know,
man.
The technology of pads has changed so much, you know, and I know the camera can't see, but on that side, you know, that's your traditional rotary pads, which are still very prevalent in the market. A lot of people think it's a dying breed, and maybe it slowly is. But
I think it's coming back, to be honest. There's a lot of detailers in the industry interested in getting back into rotary.
Yeah, or learning how to use them effectively and knowing when to use them. So then, like behind us, these are more of the innovative pads on the market now. These are more for the dual action machines that do those crazy oscillations, which need to be built a little differently than traditional rotary pads, just because of the motion.
Yeah.
So
for a lot of the beginners out there, yeah, pads are completely different from each other, and it's not just the structure of the pad, but also tailored towards the rotary, the DA, even force actions can be different sometimes when it comes to pad type. So.
yeah, and it's like, you know, what we call this our Euro line, and everybody thinks it's for European, and it's really not. Euro is URO, and it stands for Ultimate Random Orbital.
Yep.
So really, those pads are built for the newer dual action type machines.
I love those pads, to be honest with you guys. Those things are badass. Besides that, yeah, talk to us a bit about the Reflection Artist line and maybe how that's different from your other pad offerings right now.
Absolutely. So, you know, Reflection Artist is kind of, we like to think of it more as like a brand culture.
Yeah.
You know, we really wanted to just take something and have fun with it. Now, if you came up, or an end user came up and said, hey, I want pads, one of the first questions I would ask any of you is, what kind of tool are you using?
Yeah.
Then we'd go over here or go over here. So what we did is we have a demo team, and that's 4 guys that are around the country that do help us develop products, test products and things, and they determine that these pads will work on any machine.
Yeah.
Any machine. So from a Porter cable to a gear driven to a long throw to a short throw.
Yep.
And it'll take out about 70% of any defects in any type of a paint.
Yeah.
So there are more aggressive pads, but you know, the theory of this is all we need to do is ask you now 5-inch or 6-inch.
Yeah, and it's great. Even myself as a detailer made things very simple in a way, because I can, like, my maroon pad is one of my favorites.
It's very well.
Yeah, great pad, and it's just like, I can go to the Reflection Artist line, grab a pad, and pretty much, like you said, remove 50 to 70% of those defects and not worry about hazing or anything like that.
Absolutely.
Get that cut, get a great finish, and then call it a day for my customers. So it makes things really simple.
You know, one of the great things about where the industry has gone is, you know, with a rotary machine, I'm not saying there's not anybody, but myself, I can't promise perfection. But now there's a very high percentage of time that I can look somebody in the face with the right tool, the right pad, and the right product and say, you're going to get a perfect paint. Yep. And that's a nice, comfortable feeling to have.
Yeah. And 70%, guys, is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand, like, when we say 70%, your paint is basically 8 out of 10 better than everybody else on the road.
Yep.
So that's super impressive. And you did also come out with a new pad as well. We have 2 new pads. We got one right over here.
Yes.
Now, from my understanding, this is kind of like a foam wool hybrid, right?
Yes. Well, there's no foam.
No.
It's a fiber-based pad. So we have original. We developed this pad right here. It's a single strand wool. It's not a twisted wool. and it's a cutting pad.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite wool pads, by the way. Great.
It's a cutting pad, so it's going to cut. It's obviously with the motion of your machine, it's not going to leave swirls. You may get a little bit of discoloration, but it's going to polish out very easily now.
Yeah.
So what we did was we made a blended wool. So this is more of a polishing type of a wool. Now, I have used compounds with it, and it works very well.
Yeah.
But again, a lot of this is preference.
So you're typically gonna get a better finish end result
Yes.
with this, while your standard wool pad is gonna give you that cut that we're looking for, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
And on some harder paints, you can finish with a pad like this.
Yeah.
Now, softer paints, you're probably going to have to come back with some type of
Something
foam
a bit
stuff.
lighter
So.
foam type pad.
Now, with this particular pad that we call our blueberry pad,
Yep.
we kind of had a demand. We kind of had some folks saying, hey, look, your burgundy, which is a great selling pad, cuts a little bit too much with certain application,
Yeah.
but your yellow doesn't give us enough.
Yeah.
So we did find a foam that actually works really good, and we call this our AIO pad, our all-in-one pad.
Yep.
So if you're looking for a one-step pad, whether it's a chemical or an abrasive one-step, it's a great pad to try out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I guess another really big question from me to you is, a lot of people online always look through advancements for products and tools, but not really paying too much about attention to the pads. What are we seeing when it comes to advancement in technology, when it comes to pad types and things of that nature in the future?
I think it's a slow process, but I think that a lot of folks are starting to realize that you really have three key components. You have your tool, you have your polishing system, and you have your pad.
Yeah.
So I think that there is a little bit more attention being paid to maybe we should look at all three of these steps, because some products work different with pads and things like that. And as you can see, we have a lot of pads.
Yeah.
And I really don't love that, but there is an application for each one of these pads.
And that's why they're there at the end of the day.
That's why they're there.
And as a detailer and to newer detailers out there starting to get into this stuff, you might look at a $10 pad and be like, why would I spend $10 on a pad? But at the end of the day, this is going to last you a lot longer than all that cheap crap on the market right now that you're seeing on Amazon and stuff like that. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, we it's not like we want to diss what other people do. What I'll say is that, we care about quality at Buff and Shine.
Yeah.
If I spent $500 for dinner, the owner of Buff and Shine's not going to be upset. But if I tell him our pads are failing or we're not meeting our customers' expectations, he'll stay up at night. Yeah. And that's the kind of team I want to play for.
Yeah.
That's what we like to do at Buff and Shine, is offer you quality products at a good price.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
I really thank you for giving me some time to interview you and ask you a few questions. Now, where can people find you guys online, Instagram, stuff like that?
Absolutely. We're on most all social media sites, Instagram, Facebook, or if you go to our website, which is www.buffandshine.com, right at the top in the center, you'll see distributors. So click on the distributor link, and then it'll give you areas of the country that we ship from. It's pretty easy.
And they got awesome distributors, guys, with amazing customer service. I mean, we just talked to Rag Company guys and girls just a few minutes ago. We had a great time there. So
Another good company.
When you're working with those people, great customer service, great results every time from them. So
Awesome.
Thank you again. Thank you so much for joining us. Do you have anything else?
I do not. Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Have a great one.
Artist.
Yep.